was a hard project because it was a hard concept that I like when I wrote it. I wanted Friends to be something of the supernatural. I wanted to try to experiment with something like that. I really love darker movies. I think that some of the darker movies have the best element of surprise, obviously. But when working with Friends, one of the hardest lessons I've learned was timing and how important time is, and time management, working with groups of people who don't have the same schedule as you. It was four of us in this project. I believe it was me, Salima, Lauren, Katie, and I also had my friend, my roommate Ben. He was the villain in this horror movie. Well, not the villain, but one of the villains in the horror movie, the biker, as you should see in the scene. But this was hard because I couldn't work with everybody at the same time. Katie was busy sometimes, Lauren couldn't be someplace, and some people couldn't, we all couldn't meet at the same time. And we only had a week to shoot it because we waited to the last minute to shoot this project in 1 week. But for what it's worth though, it came out better than I expected because I learned also how important it is to edit and how important it is to cut things, like or that you won't be able to save all your babies. You have to kill them off sometimes, and that was essential in that one. But it came out better than we expected. The next project I believe that I worked on was Office Games? I think the next one I worked on was probably Office Games. Yes, Office Games, which was with Cassie, Rosie, Nora, and Holly. And in this project, it was really hard for me because, again, with timing, these are 4 different girls all over the place, and we couldn't meet at the same time, and we had to go to different houses, and we had problems with location and going. It was everything. It was everywhere, and it was unique. It was a unique project. It was a very unique project. It was fun. We did have some laughing moments. There was a cat. I love that cat. But this project also reminded me how important it was for me to actually, as a director, take charge. Because I needed people to understand that this was not my project, this is our project. This is our ship. It takes multiple people to run a ship. And though I might be saying we go here, you go there, you blah, 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 that doesn't mean the director is the only person who should love his projects. It should be everybody's project. It shouldn't just be mine. And I had to remind myself, like, you have to take initiative. You have to make sure you tell people that we are doing this together. This is our thing. This is all of our thing. And that's something I found in Office Games to be the most helpful. Learning how to be a leader, a director, actually. Then the next project I helped with was Lost. That was it. Which was a video which was written by Salima, and it was directed by me and Salima, and Holly was in it as well with us. And in this project, it was kind of, I think this is the most relaxed project that I had, in the sense of it wasn't too crazy. It wasn't too big of a cast. Wasn't a headache. It was just, we had to edit certain things, and things didn't work out the way we planned, and we had to be really cautious with our timing. And when it came with timing, I needed to make sure that I had these things in order so I can be at the same point, or be where I need to be when I find a chance to. Anyway, it was complicated. I wanted to make sure that I had this project the way that Salima wrote it, and that was really hard because as a director, I'm like, I don't know if this could work, and we didn't agree on everything when it came to the film, but we tried to agree, and that is also something that the director has to take into mind. The fact that the writer and the director might see the vision differently and might see things that might work or might have to, when you edit as well, that things won't connect as well as you think they will. And we ended up making the project. I think it flew. It was one of the best projects of the semester for us so far. I mean, like, as far as the projects I've gone, as far as how relaxed I felt afterwards. And then the next project we worked on was Bruges. This was the project I hated. Like, I'm not gonna lie. There was moments that I hated the Bruges because it was, first off, it wasn't something that I can say me and Salima wanted to do. But I'm not trying to say anything, but we did it because I felt bad for Matt and I wanted him to have it. I don't mind saying this. And like, if he saw this video, I don't mind saying this. I did not like the Bruges scene. But at the same time, it was a project that I learned a lot from. Because it wasn't a script that I was crazy about. It was nothing that I was passionate about. I just said yes. And I think that also showed in how much effort I put into it. I mean, like, we shot it the night before it was due, like one day before, like Sunday. And everybody was tired, and like, hell, people couldn't be there for the whole time. You know, and it was like, it was annoying because I'm like, well, you wanted to do this, so we're gonna do it, and now you can't show up for the whole thing, which is another thing. Which is another thing that really bothers me as a director or just an actor in the script. Be there. It's like, this is your project again as much as mine. And heck, you asked to do this, so we said yes. But at the same time, there was issues, and yet I'm not even mad about it. I learned from it. I understood that this is where we needed to pick something from now on that was passionate to both of us. To all of us in the group, I should say. If it's not passionate, don't do it. Don't do something that's just a waste of time for you. And the last project I worked on, which is actually my favorite project of this year, was the PSA, where I was allowed to work with Hannah again. And it was filmed by Salima. And when I was working with Hannah, there was something special there because, like, I was in proposals with her as well. And we just finished that show, and it was a lot of fun working with, well, not finished, we were actually in the process of finishing it. But it was a lot of fun to work with her because she's so relaxed and she's so chill, and it was just, we're laughing on set, just like we do when we're on our show. And there was an ease with her. And directing her wasn't hard. She was just like, just tell me what you want me to do. And I didn't feel like there was any sass. I didn't feel like there was like, well, I don't understand what you mean, or what do you want me to do? No. And she would have stayed as long as we needed her to stay. She was like, oh, how long do you need me to stay for? Which my advice to, if anybody else watches this video, you are a team. Which means that, again, what I have said so many times in this video, work as a team. We all are tired. We all want to go home. So make it easy on all of us and stop complaining and just do your job. She was one of the prime examples of what to do or how to be on the set. You know, me and Salima, we had a great time with her because it was simple. It was like, I didn't feel like I was rushed. I didn't feel like I had to do this because she's trying to get home. I felt like it was just, Hannah wanted to work on this project just as much as I did. And she's like, yeah, this is our project. How do you feel? Blah, blah, blah. Now, this is also the project I would want to reshoot. Because there's a whole scene where the whole scene is like, my mom is actually calling, by the way. That's my mom. My mom is actually calling Hannah. And at the beginning is Hannah talking. And she says, like the mom was like, oh, I'm sorry you can't be home for Christmas and blah, blah, blah. And I wish I could have made this whole shot longer. I wanted this to actually be like a 2-minute video and show that my character, how lonely he was. Because I don't think it really showed his struggle. I don't really think it showed how lonely he actually was. But he was lonely, and that's the reason why they hang out. And I don't think that be bold don't let opportunities pass you by is the message I want to say. I think the message I really want to say is, don't be afraid to communicate and meet new people and be friends. Like, you both are, we all might be in horrible situations. Actually, I don't know what I want to say at the end of that video just yet. That's why I'm going to work on it more, and when I come up with a clearer story, for next time I work on it, I'll have something clear that I want to say. But the way this class has ended for me, and the way I felt like this project has been for me, I felt like this project is this class project, this class in general, has been something sort of amazing for me, because I think this is what I want to do. This is definitely what I want to do. I want to make films. I don't know if they'll ever be on the big screen. I don't really care about that. I have a fun in doing this. I have a fun in doing this. I do. I have a fun doing this. And I like doing what I do. I like knowing that in film, it's like creating children. And when you watch your children on camera, or like when you watch the video, it's actually like watching them walk for the first time. It's like, I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know if this video is going to be accepted. Yes, there's going to be people who say your videos suck. Yeah, there are going to be people who are in the class giving criticism. Yeah, there's going to be TAs in your freaking class that you didn't know existed. But at the same time, you have to just take it and go with it. And don't be a bitch and be a pansy about it. You got it. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't be a pansy about it. Just accept the criticism and go on. And if you're really that passionate about what they said, like in a negative sense, change it. Fix the video and make it something that you're actually proud of. And actually put effort into these things. And you never know. I mean, your video could be in a film festival. Your video could be accepted. You could be making millions of dollars doing this. But anyway, this class is amazing. I loved it. We're going to edit this video and make it better. But, yeah, it was great.